Okay, boys and girls, this is today's video summary. Today is Monday, December 7th. These are our spelling words. This is what we did today. If you were absent, if you are asynchronous right now, please make sure you're doing this. So I'll leave it up for a bit. We did highlight the vowel pattern, the VV pattern. Each of these words has a vowel pattern. For example, we have IA, IO, UI, and so on. Let me move it down a little bit. You can find these words in your Google Classroom under 3.3 or on page 321 on MyView 4.2. I know we've been using 4.1 a lot lately, but this week we will be using MyView 4.2. Okay? And for homework, for our spelling, it's on that same page, 321. So if we go there to that page on MyView 4.2, I want you all to categorize the words and then highlight the VV syllable pattern, okay? So this was for homework, page 321 in MyView 4.2. Okay, and for our notes on grammar, we had transition words. So transition words are words or phrases at the beginning of sentences that help move a story forward and sequence information. So we wrote a list of words for start. So that was in the beginning, first of all, to begin with, in the first place. One example, these are the words that I want to see in your compositions, guys, in our writing. We need to be using transition words, okay? Especially when we are transitioning from one paragraph to another. It's always good to use our transition words in our topic sentences. Okay. So that was for that. And then we did use our countdown to the reading STAAR this morning. If you go, it was after the Davy Crockett passage, I think like 3 or 4 pages in. We are gonna go ahead and look more into depth on A Bundle of Sticks. We read it once today. We made our prediction. We did, of course, we only had one photo, so we only did that picture. And then we did the preview for the questions. And of course, we went back. Questions we're asking. So make sure you do that as well. Again, we will be going over this tomorrow. Again, this is a drama, and there are some videos on the Google Classroom about dramas, okay? So make sure you look over that. So we had that. And then for math, we are in week 3. We are still continuing our multiplication, 2 by 2 digit multiplication. I know some of you all still do not understand the traditional way of multiplying. I would highly recommend for you all to use the area model. I think it's the simplest way. Remember, we have to decompose our factors. So in this case, it was 94 and 32. We decompose them into our tens and our ones, so 90 and 4. And then we have 30 and 2. So after that, we multiply. So we go up and to the side, up and to the side. 90 times 30, we know 9 times 3 is 27, and then we just add the 2 zeros. Next up, we have 4 and 30. 4 times 3 is 12. We have 1 0, so we just add that 0. 90 times 2. 9 times 2 is 18. We have 1 0. We just put that 0 there. And then 4 times 2 is 8. After we add them all up, we get 3008. Okay, 3008. Same process for this one over here at the bottom. And then we did our sketches and the traditional way of doing multiplication here, guys. Okay. So please make sure you're working on this. I did send this through Remind as well. Tomorrow we're going to do more of a practice on these. Okay, and for homework today, basic facts, page 58. You're just writing the missing quotient and you're completing the fact family, something that we've been doing in these past couple of weeks or in these past few weeks. So make sure you complete that as well. And last but not least, I introduced force in motion, which is on page 264 of our Science Fusion. So we'll be going over force in motion this week. We went over position and motion just today. So again, this is 264 and 265 on your Science Fusion. And then last but not least, we have our My World. And we started off looking over the lesson of the Republic of Texas. That's on page, hold on one second, 206. So we just finished reading about the victory at San Jacinto. And so now Texas, it's its own republic. It's basically its own country. It's separated from Mexico. It's independent. So we're discovering some things about that. Again, this is page 206 on My World. And that is basically it. What we did today, boys and girls. Tomorrow we're more than likely going to take the short quiz on this lesson. There are 2 more pages to go. So I will see you all tomorrow.